Hey there, it's Patmos and nice of you to join me as we continue with our little Ostriv town. We have started the second part of town down here. We have all the clothing industries up now. All we need is to get actually some hides. And from there on, we can get them into the tannery, which is already trying to supply itself quite well. We are working on a saltworks soon, so that should come in handy too. Then we have everything to start tanning some leather. So we are well on our way, but there's also still some work to do. And I would like to try and get into the iron mining business this episode. But for that, if we want to build an iron mine, we can build it pretty easily, but we also need a smeltery to actually make the iron, and for that we need more stone. We also need stone for the saltworks, so let's wait until the cart shed is done. Then we get 2 more houses and the stone mining camp. Maybe we should move that one up. And then we can hopefully build the saltworks at a certain point. And then we're gonna go and try to see if we can get some ironworks going. I think that would be very interesting. In the meantime, we need to focus a bit on our food. It's due now. We still have 3,500 buckwheat. We still have 1,000 potatoes. We have a little bit of flour to spare. We should be getting in some first apples soon from this one. So that would be interesting. But that also means that since we've grown quite a bit, we might need an extra farm soon again, just to provide all the food that we need. So in order to make sure that we have that, I'm going to lay out a new pattern for fields already, just to be ready for another farm. We're going to start right here. I'm going to make the fields out here, and then hopefully as soon as all the fields are in position, we just build another farm maybe on this side so these people can work there, and we'll have another bunch of fields that we can use to our benefit and grow a lot of food on. That's basically what I'm hoping for, that we are able to grow a lot of food on them. Let's do 2 connected to each other, and then we'll leave 1 free. Yes, very good. Maybe I should just place the first 4 fields and then already start placing the farm, so that it can get built. I think that's a good option. The farm will be right here. See, this is uneven terrain, so it's going to be quite tough to actually place the farm somewhere. Although here's better terrain, so if we place it right here, I think it's in quite a good position. Let's see, right here. They can go this way and to the fields. They can go this way to the fields, so that could work. Let's make sure we have all the fields that we want, so let's leave an open space out there. And then continue with these fields. And as soon as they're all done, we should be well on our way. Making sure we get what we need. Too long, yeah, like this. Alright, 1 next to it. And one of the other things I want to check soon is our forestry business, because we might need some extra wood at a certain point. And having an extra forestry to provide that wood is not always a big luxury. Sometimes it's a necessity, especially now that we have 2 building crews as well. So that might be a thing to add to, just the extra forestry. It also provides extra jobs, of course, which is great. We could really use those too, so that could be a win-win situation. It's now July, so I want to get this farm done before the next season starts, so that it can start to produce food. That'll be very nice. Alright, the houses here are mostly done. Building this one now, and then we're getting to the stone mining camp, meaning this one is ready. So let's get some carts in here. They can do some regular delivery as well as supply for construction. We should get workers in there. Yeah, we have people looking for a job. There he goes. So the first one's in there. That's good. We can see that, yeah, we need more nails. That's why I also want to get the iron production up. Not enough charcoal, but they're burning. So soon we'll have more charcoal again. It's just that we always run out of people in this game, of course, especially up until like 250, 300 people. Be prepared to just run out of people all the time. That's just how it works. I have not really played many games where I did not run out of people. Or hands to do the jobs, maybe that's a better way to put it. I just keep running out of that all the time. There's just not enough hands to do all the jobs. Now we can see that the burning is complete. Immediately they start to gather a lot of charcoal. And we're producing a lot of nails again. Which is nice. They can do that fairly quickly. Especially on speed 3, of course. Then everything goes quickly, so that's fine. We can finally see that these trees are growing now, which is very cool, because now you can see that it's getting decorated a bit in here. I like that. I'm planning on doing more decorations in town later on, but I don't want to do that right now. I want to keep focusing on what we're building. I think that's the most important thing now. How's the graveyard doing, by the way? 2 graves are filled, rest is still emptied, so we can fill that out later. This is good as it is right now. And, well, we are using this slopey hill to our benefit with the farm fields. Here comes the stone mining camp. That should allow us to get some stones. Now, it will also need carts, so it has to wait a bit until the carts are there. So I'm not going to put men in there yet. Let's keep those available to make sure that they can work on the farms, etc. now. I think these are going to need quite a few laborers, so let's keep them there. Did we already get apples? No, we have no apples yet. I don't like that. What I would like to do is tell them it's now August, that maybe September should be off season, so that they can, in that month, go and help out on the farms, because we need more workers there to bring in all the harvests. It's desperately needed. We don't have the workers for it now. We don't even have laborers to refill the charcoal pits. We can see how fast they empty out. Very quickly. So yeah, that we need. Alright, another village house is done, meaning that a new family can come in. This is a married family, so no new villagers came in. No new hands to do jobs. If we get a new family in here, that'll be beneficial, because then we get extra hands. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. To get those extra hands into town. Oh yeah, we're going to need a lot of nails for this bridge. But as soon as it's done, they can get across and get to the stone deposits that are scattered around. So we desperately need that bridge for this place to work. Messenger from Balaklia. We could buy some stone, but I'm not going to do that. I don't think that is to our benefit. Let's buy some iron. So to make sure we have plenty. We're not getting any sunflower oil yet, because they need to get more oil in. We first need to harvest it, of course. And as long as we're not doing that, and we're not growing any sunflower oil right now, so that's a problem. We just have to wait. Alright, let's see. Because, yeah, these are now missing a lot of ladies. They should be the ones that could get hired, but they're hiring them right now in here in the charcoal piles. Maybe we should manually raise the pricing here a bit. So let's make the wage 120% on the farms, so that they are more likely to go to the farms first before they do any other jobs, because the farms pay better. See, now we can see that there's already 3 hired, and we should see an increase there as soon as the people that were hiring here. Yeah, there they come. Alright, that should help out on the farms. I think that's a good one. That's how you can't really prioritize what they do in a way that you just set your laborers to first work on the farm and then do something else. But you can prioritize it in a way that you just pay a little bit more on the farm. And they'll be more inclined to work on the farm then than to work anywhere else. So that's how you can make sure that people will do the jobs that you want them to do first. Just play a bit around with the pricing. Alright, this bridge is done. So we could see... We'll put 2 workers in here, see if they can actually get on with it. I'm not going to let them collect any limestone yet. We'll do that later. For now, I think I just want them to collect some stone. And we have 2 workers in there now, which is good. Let's collect some stone that we can use in the salt works. We need 2,800 stone. These guys are collecting stone now, and they're collecting 97. So that's not that much, actually. So I am really hoping that will increase soon. Alright, it's still September. They're still hiring. Let's do October 2 for now. For now, just for now. We'll switch it back later once we have more people. But right now, this is the way to go. Because we really need more people on the farms. And it's moving in the right direction, so that's okay. Let's take a look at this. We have 2 one-year-olds. That's good. We have a few newborn bulls. We have 3 bulls here. 1 that's obviously of age and 2 newborns. That's good because we're going to need those oxen in the salt works once it's done. So this is what we want to see. So we'll save those. We're not going to slaughter them yet. We can see that we're still producing textile and clothing. I get one lady out of here too. So that's working. We don't need anybody in the slaughterhouse. We don't have any leather for the shoemaker. So that's all not really what we want. So we'll wait and see how this goes. But for now, I am actually quite happy with how things go. I would just like to see some more apples and things like that. But yeah, year 2. So at the end of this, we should be getting some fruits. Maybe next season, we'll see. It'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. We have enough food. We have, after the harvest now, 6,000 buckwheat, 2,000 potatoes. There's still a lot to be harvested. We have no flour at this point. We do have a little bit of a wheat harvest, but they still have to bring all of that in. So I guess focusing on more wheat and potatoes might be good, since we have plenty of buckwheat and we're lacking a bit in wheat and potatoes. I want more of that. We have plenty of hemp, so that's no problem. We can make a lot of clothing out of it. See, there's still a lot of wheat that needs harvesting. Even some buckwheat. All the potatoes are already in, I believe. Yeah, they're just collecting the harvest now, so we could use some extra potatoes. We could also use some extra warm clothing. We have no sunflower oil to sell at this point, so that's not an option. Could be selling some iron if we start the iron production finally, but that's also going to take time. Now, this farm is ready. We should now see an increase in hirees right there. We can also see that in here they are now filling the charcoal pits again. I wonder... Yeah, this is also has the 120%, so that's good. We get the extra laborers in there. We're building the extra farm that we need to get the food that we require for next year. So I have to say things are progressing in a manner that we want it to progress. That's basically what's happening right now. We run speed 3, so we can't go any faster. So every now and then it's a little bit of a waiting game. They are bringing in stones here. It's just not in very big numbers at this point. Let's add people to it because we're going to need a lot more stone. They can carry like 95 at one go. They have to walk quite far to actually get some stone, I think. So, going to work mining some stone. He's mining it all the way here. Then he has to go all the way back. So, this bridge will help out big time. I think we're still short of nails though, so that's not really working. Can we buy some nails? No, not here. Okay. Ah, the farm is ready. Well, that gives us the opportunity to set it up. Let's switch all the fields out to right this farm. And then we can try and get people in as soon as the harvest is really over. We're still going to lose crops on this farm. I don't like that. I want to get all those crops in. This is not how I want it. It's happening this way. We can't really do anything about it at this point. Except building more housing, of course, so that more and more people can start to work here. But that's basically all we can do about it. It is what we're going to do about it anyway. We're just going to build more houses. Yeah, that's uneven terrain. Alright, at least 6 more houses. Need to place a well with those, of course, but then it's to remove 2 trees. Oh, that's fine. I don't care. Just remove those trees. I think we can move this bridge now because We are slowly getting the stones, and we first want a few extra houses done for extra people. Alright, can we... Let's apply this to all again, and let's see if we can get a manager. I would like... Yeah, we have a manager. Alright, now we can really set up this. And make sure that we get what we need. So we wanted more wheat and we want more potatoes. Can they go along together? The wheat needs 50 and 60 and the potatoes need 50 and 30. So yeah, they can go together, but it will really deplete the fields. But it can work, apparently. So let's just give it a try. Is barley better? No, it's 50-50, 50-60. So yeah, this is what it is. Then we'll have potatoes here and wheat here. And we'll do one more field like that. Alright, that's 4 fields. That should give us a lot more wheat and potatoes. Then we're also going to need things like flax. And what goes good with flax could be the extra sunflowers. And that would mean that we get flax to either make clothing from or sell to other markets. And we can get more sunflower oil that we can use ourselves or sell. So that's an option. And maybe we'll do just one field with some more buckwheat and normal wheat. Or maybe buckwheat and potatoes. That's better. Alright, like this. This is cool. Let's activate all the fields. And once they're all active and winter is over, they will start to sow it in. Very good. Alright, this should now be 3 years old. Yes, so that's what we want to see. So I'm going to leave the ladies in here now. As soon as they start to produce, I want extra ladies in there. Messenger from Merefa. Yeah, there's not a lot that we can do, so we're not going to do that. Are they now still... Yeah, we still need a lot of stone. They did some building though. But we need a lot more stone, so let's switch this out. Let's... let these guys collect the stone. It's going at a faster pace now, so that should help out. This is all working now. We still have nobody available, but we do have laborers, so that's fine. So things are getting where we want them to be. It just takes time. Luckily, we have some time to spare, so that's okay. And with the extra houses, we now have 182 people. So we did get a few new families in. This is a married family. This is a new family. So we got some extra hands. That should work. And after this, we could still go for an iron mine. You can just place it right here like this. All right, we'll build an iron mine right there. That will be our first iron mine. After that, we also need a smeltery, of course. Now, the thing is, if you build a smeltery here, you can see it will completely shut off the water line. So we'll have to make sure if we start trading that that won't be an issue. So that ships can reach the trading port before you place this. Now, if we place it right here, need a narrow river segment. Yeah, it really needs to close off the whole area. I don't know which way ships come in. But we'll work something out. And I think if we can get this somewhere here, that would be very nice. Because this would help out. And it does produce some bad stuff though. So, place is occupied by what? There's stones there. Yeah, this could be a good spot. Because this is away from all the houses. Because this will be quite unhealthy. And it's close to the... iron here. So we're going to set it up completely. So let's build a warehouse here as well, so that they can get goods into the warehouse. That's it. A messenger from Derkachi. Very good. Let's sell some charcoal, make a good deal. Metal parts, lime, leather and stuff like that. That's all fine. We're not going to get any of this right now. It's good. We don't have a lot of nails to spare, but we have some. How much iron do we have in store? 666. Alright, let's get another 250, but that should be it for now. They're building the bridge. would shorten the travel time a lot for the stone gatherers, so that should make a difference. It still needs 1800 stone. We have almost 1000 in there now, so this is heading really in the right direction now. Maybe we should place it like this. They have to wait for the nails anyway. And at the same time, some of these will start to bring the goods here that they need. So yeah, there's the extra stone incoming. So that they can really start to build the salt works as well. We have buckwheat, we have some flour, we have potatoes. So we have different types of food. These were just not able to get it all. Unfortunately. There's some milk incoming, some flour. So yeah, distribution is always an issue if you don't have enough people. So that's why we are trying to raise the amount of people that we have, because we just need it. We can see that now slowly the snow is starting to melt. All the roads appeared again. This bridge is almost done. Very nice. That means that our stone workers can do a better job. We only need another 700 stones there. It's not in here, so that's going to take some time. So let's move it over 2 places. At least they can continue building quickly. Or we'll just move it over 1 place. A messenger from Merefa. Also no place where we can buy any nails. So that's not going to happen. So this is all fine for now. We can see the water is finally liquid again and not frozen anymore. So that's moving right too. And now we should see an increase in wish to hire. There's still a lot of buckwheat in there. Maybe we should up the numbers of buckwheat so that at least they can take it out. I think that's better because I don't want to leave it in the farms. I'm not sure if it will increase in speed of decay if you leave it laying in a farm or put it somewhere else. I have no clue about that. But, well... Alright, let's take a look at some other thing. Here we have the smaller granary. And it should have half the resources in it that you can have from a normal granary. If there's no work, granary workers will supply nearby market stalls and stores, so that's good. You can store a lot of goods in here. Buying is possible. Citizens do not. Alright, that's all fine. It doesn't say how much you can store in here. But I believe it's basically half of this one. But you can see we don't need half the goods for it. We actually need quite a few stuff for it to build this smaller granary. So I'm going to build one because I'm curious. And I want a place to store the grain in, or the wheat that my mills need. But I don't think building these smaller granaries is a very good option. We can store a lot of stuff in our regular granary. And if we take a look at it, we can store 20,000 in there. So once this one is done, we can see how much we can store in this granary. But I'm not hopeful it'll be quite a lot. And if it is only half of what you can usually store, then it's going to be an issue because it's not half as cheap, but it does only have half the storage, I believe. But we'll find out soon. We can now see that the farms are sewn in. That's good. We can see that these are also hiring people as well. So that works out. Yeah, 120% wage. That's good. These are almost done sewing in before the end of the month. So in 1 month, this whole farm was sewn in. That's good. That's how we want to see it. We're not producing apples yet, but we will soon now that it's year 3 for that plantation. Or orchard, but I think it's just a plantation. They're hiring people here. And this one is ready. Alright, let's get 2 workers in there now. They need to store food and stuff in there. So let's bring the numbers up to 500 water and 500 hay so that we have plenty. Laborer by cart, and the carter can also supply that. That's fine. We'll just use some firewood for now. And as soon as they stock up on food and water, we can put the draft animals that we need in there, and then they can start to really work on the salt that we need to produce. I believe it needs 2 oxen, but we'll see. Salt is produced in batches of 100 units, which take 30 units of charcoal or 100 units of firewood. Interesting. Alright, there is some water in there. They're still bringing in more, but I think we have the option to just send a bull over here. We need to turn it into an ox, of course. And then we can send it in here. It did not say 2 horses or 2 oxen. Alright. So we have 1 out of this. We still have a 1-year-old and an 11-month-old. We have a 2-year-old here and a 1-year-old. So let's make another ox out of this one. Let's bring them both in. And then they should be able to start mining some salt. Perfect. So we have a working salt works. That's nice. We have our smaller granary. Let's see how much does fit in here. Yeah, it's half the capacity of the normal one. But it's not half as cheap, so I'm not a big fan of this. We'll put in 5,000 wheat though. Let's hire a few ladies for this one, just 2. That can gather all the wheat from these farms, put it in here, and then these can process it into flour. The flour will already go to all the different granaries that we have, so that's okay. But also when they produce some wheat here, these ones will gather it. So maybe we can just set it to 10,000 then and just fill the capacity. But here you see the difference. 20,000 capacity in this one. 10,000 in the smaller ones. But if you compare the price, we need about a quarter less wood. And also about a quarter less nails. We do need clay and thatch for this one. And it's just half the storage. So building wise, it's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. It's very easy to get wood. It's pretty easy to get the nails. And then you'll just have a bigger granary. It does add some flavor. But construction-wise, nah, don't do it. In my opinion, of course. In my very humble, simple opinion. Alright, we're building another house. That means that we're gonna get to the end of what we have in houses on the building queue. So I guess we should seek to expand even further with the housing. Should we get a few houses with a garden just for flavor? Not yet, but I will do that soon, I think. All right, let's keep a little bit of a space open here so that we have some sort of a main road. And then we'll build another block of 6 houses. Uneven terrain already again. Ah, here we can build it. Perfect. Let's build a well. They need some water in there anyway. And that's more housing. Very nice. There's still open vacancies. We don't need entertainment yet, but I think we might need to make use of the tavern not too long from now. Should we place the tavern next to the school? I know there's countries that have laws preventing that. Maybe placing it close to the graveyard where people will bury their dead and then might need a drink might be a better option. Or close to the town hall, where all sorts of people can gather and complain about all the politics and stuff, and then share while drinking a beer how they would do everything better in their lives. But yeah, we first need to find a place where we can actually build it. So far, it's quite tough to find a place. But maybe this could be a nice place. It's in between both towns. Can we place it somewhere here? I don't think so. No, not really. Well, we're going to place the tavern right there. Messenger from Merefa again. We do need some more warm clothing. That should be the focus next, I think. To focus a little bit on some extra warm clothing. Money-wise, we're still good. We need some more food variety again. Really hoping for the apples now. I think it will take some time before they really start to bear fruit in the harvesting season. But when they do, we're going to use it. Ah, the smeltery needs more nails. That's okay. It does have the stone it needs, so that's good. And we now have an iron mine. Let's put a few workers in there. What do they need? Just some wood. Okay. I think the carter can also bring it. That's fine. Let's start with 3 guys. See how much they can actually bring in. Yeah, now that we're growing so fast, we're running out certain types of food. We're totally out of potatoes at this point. That's why I started working on new potatoes in the fields here, because we don't have the food variety that we need. We do still have buckwheat. We get some flour, some milk every now and then, but people just need to be able to buy it. It does feel a bit like they changed up the whole food as well. And it's getting a little bit harder to make sure that you get all the food that we need. Alright, let's slaughter this one. We don't need another ox right now. And at least that'll give us some meat. Let's slaughter this one. We have another 1-year-old ready there. Should be getting more milk too now that we get more cows in there. We have 10 in here, 14 in here. And we have only a few bulls, so that's okay. This should be getting us some meat and some hides. Ah, we have salt in here too. Why do we have salt in there? Ah, they need to salt the hides for preservation. Alright. Well, I guess as soon as that is done... See, he's now making the cow hides. Then they can go into the tannery. And, well, we already have... everything in there, just the hides. So as soon as the tanner collects these bunches of hides that was now in here, that'll remain good for very long. Yeah, we just need to slaughter a few more animals. Ooh, we're out of food variety. We have food, but not enough variety. So let's bring in the harvest soon. That should work things out. Smeltery is done. We still need a lot of people though. I'm going to put this one on seasonal hiring. Meaning that August, September and October and March, they won't be working in there. Quite simply because then we have them available. Same with this one. During August and September and March, while we have the sowing and harvesting season, we're going to enable seasonal hiring. We'll just leave 2 guys in there to do the work. All the others will get out. Meaning that we have a lot more hands to do the sowing and the harvesting. And that should really speed things up. Alright, everything is ripening now. And at the end of this month, harvest will start. But that will be for next episode, because right now we've been playing for half an hour. We've gotten up to the point where we are very close to start to produce our own iron. We are still selling charcoal like crazy. We don't need to buy any iron anymore, so that's a good thing. And, well, we need to tweak things a bit, get food production up very well now, but things are looking great. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. Leave all your comments in the comment section. I will respond to them. And then, of course, I hope to see you in a brand new video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.